Do you have a hard time saying positive things to yourself to stay motivated and keep those negative thoughts from taking over your life? Well, stay tuned and we'll share some tips to help you get out of that rut of negative thinking and into that step of positivity to improve your life. So, welcome back. Chris with Simply Strategic Living, and we're excited today to talk about how words can impact your life and how saying positive things to yourself and about yourself every day can take your living to a whole nother level. As you know, speaking negative things and thinking negative things generally results in negative things happening. So, in order to counteract those negative thoughts, what do you need to do? Say positive things. So, one of the things that we like to practice, and I myself make sure that I do, is not to speak negative things. I am very big on stating positive things about myself and just about situations in general. I find that if you speak negatively about something, then only negative things can happen. I am really a person who does not like to focus on negative thoughts. I think that they serve no purpose, and I mean, you can speak negatively about something, but it's not going to change the situation at all. And so I have always been a person who, well, in my adult life, I've always been a person who tries to see the positivity in every situation. And I know it sounds so cliche, but if you look at a situation that may not be going well and you're calling your friends and you're talking negative about it, you're getting their negative energy on you about the situation, you're not actively doing anything to change the situation. So why are you talking bad about it? Why are you not now looking at the situation and saying that it will not always be this way, things will get better? I know the statement itself that things will get better is, to some people, a ridiculous statement, but it is really the statement that has helped me know that things will get better. Like, they will not always be what they are at this moment. I really work on having a positive mindset, and that's what I encourage you to do. Every time I try to feel down about a situation or think that it's just like the bleakest situation ever, I always, always, always remember that there's someone having a worse time than me. Um, I've had that happen to myself so many times. It is important that you also realize that you're not as bad off as your neighbor may be. If you take yourself out of yourself for that moment and think, yeah, I didn't get that job. That sucks. I really needed that job right now. But is it the worst thing? Yes, you may be late on your rent. Yes, you may be late on your rent. Yes, your car note may be due, insurance, food. However, have you thought about the person who is living on the streets who can't even go anywhere to take a shower to get cleaned up to apply for that job? Um, Yeah, your milk may have been spoiled when you picked it up from the milk. Is it really so bad that you need to go off on everybody in the store and make someone else's day miserable because you're having a bad moment? At least you were able to get to the store to get some milk. And I I see so many people do this. I had a manager at one time who he was the very worst manager I think I've ever worked for. And we would sometimes order lunch for our sales training classes. And he would get upset if I may have ordered a sandwich for him, and he would just go ballistic. Like, I didn't like turkey, I wanted roast beef, and I don't know why I have to eat this. And I was like, I can promise you, I can go out the door and there are at least 5 people there who would willingly take your sandwich at nothing. And I encourage you in the future, if you don't like what I pick for lunch, to bring your own. This went on for 2 years. I worked for him for 2.5 years. And it was the most devastating point of my life. I think there may have been one other manager that I worked for that was pretty terrible. However, this particular guy was not only the most challenging person to work for, he was racist and homophobic. And it was, oh man, what an experience. So back to positivity. So in that situation too, I had to keep reminding myself that I'm blessed to have a paycheck, I'm blessed to have a job, I'm blessed that I can come in here every day and still speak my mind. And that was hard. That was so hard. I can't even put into words. For the first, I think, 3 months, I cried almost every single day. Every day I had to get up and go to work. I cried and cried, and it was so awful, but I was able to dig myself out of that situation mentally so that I could now prepare myself to look for a new job, because I was paralyzed with fear. I was paralyzed with sadness and discouragement working there. And once I finally got myself together and realized that I didn't have to take it, I did not have to live under these circumstances or work under those circumstances, I was able to build up my self-esteem enough to know that I didn't have to stay there. And I started job hunting and actually ended up being promoted within the company to a different department. One of the things that I will say is journaling is one of the best ways I was able to get out of that funk. Writing positive affirmations every day and journaling about the positivity in life and things that I was grateful for was one way to help me. I still do that now. I start my day by being grateful. Because if you're not grateful for the day that you have been given, no matter what you believe in, whether you're religious or not, you have to be thankful for something higher than you, because you are not the creator of this earth in your body. You are the creator of your mindset and how you move about this earth. But I will say that it's important to also realize you are not the end all be all. And I can link in the description box the affirmations list that I have that I recommend people using. Just for a starter, you don't have to use them all the time, and they can actually get your brain to thinking about what you want them to say and what you want them to be. I also have a journal prompt journal that I use myself that will walk you through each day in the morning and in the evening if you choose to do both or one or the other. And it gives you prompts to help you decide the right words to put down and think positive about yourself. It's always important that you acknowledge that at the beginning of your day or at the end of your day, and just take time to reflect on the good things that have happened to you for that day. Positive statements. I am a big user of sticky notes on my bathroom mirror. I have one that just says "You are beautiful," because there are days that I don't feel beautiful, and I don't tell myself, who will? I don't have a partner, and so I don't have a boyfriend or anything. So there is nothing, or there is not a person who I can turn to or hear say, "Hey Chris, you look beautiful today," or "You're beautiful," or "Thank you." Um, and sometimes you want that, but you have to be able to tell yourself that in order to be open to receive that from someone else. And the other thing is that when you are saying these positive words, I am, I have, I am positive that once you start speaking in the terms of what you already have, life takes a turn. I'm not saying life is perfect. I'm not saying you won't have rough days, weeks, or months, but moving forward is the only way that you will be able to move out of those funks. So, take time for you, make it count, make it work, and find yourself a accountability partner, whether it's a friend or a life coach or a mindset coach or your pastor, a sibling. Find someone to hold you accountable and somebody who will redirect your conversation if you start to be negative, and someone who will also be a listening ear when you feel that moment coming on that you just need to express yourself. But don't stay in that funk. Know that things get better. There are worse situations, and you only have one life to live. Don't do it miserably. I hope that you found this information helpful. Our social media platforms are linked in the description box. And until the next one.